David Moody is going to set the stage for us.
I like it. I get in. Claps is just intro. Yeah. All right. So Emily asked me a few weeks ago to introduce her. When she did, I immediately went home and wrote an intro. But then last week, Imani stole all my material, so I had to take out all the inebriated ass slapping and then went home and revised it. Then earlier tonight, there was some push-ups and Asian men. I had to take all that material out too. So what I have left is just kind of what I've been working on. When I first met Emily, she introduced herself via a jar. For those of you that know her, you might see her with this jar sometimes. It's a mason jar, sometimes it's a kombucha jar. It's always this jar that she's got somewhere tucked in her persona. And it's full of a clear liquid. Now, I'm from the South, and I had an Uncle Rusty. He had a jar like that in his truck instead of a spare tire. So I figured she may not smell like Uncle Rusty, but it's probably the same thing. She's from Stop Shop. It's population 420. She's a writer, so I figured. But it turns out it's just water. Which is not to say that it doesn't add something to her character just to see her walking around with this vessel of maybe it's distilled knowledge or something. Whitman has his beard, Sandberg had his green eye shade, and you can think of other poets that have different things. Berryman has big, thick glasses. Emily's got her jar. So here's to the jar. Now, she's really short and sweet. That's kind of the way I like to do this intro, just real quick, short and sweet. And that might make you think of a Southern Belle, but when I really got into her work, I started reading it more like some sort of like dominating Amazon queen. Because, well, you'll see, I won't get into it too much. But she appreciates, and this is in her own words, the smooth woven well of ribcage and trachea seen when looking down a headless chicken. She says there is no fat around my heart, steam rising from her forearms as she forsakes the birth control pill and buries cloves of garlic as if bicuspids in a World War I church. That's pretty hard stuff coming from someone that I thought was just a lush. She's not your ex-girlfriend and she's damn sure not your mom. What she is, well, like I said, Amazon, some sort of Sacagawea, or if nothing else, just a good sister. Not the kind of sister that goes into your room when you're away, pours water on the bed, takes a picture of it, posts it on Facebook, and then tags that stain with your name. Not that kind of sister. The kind of sister that, when you come home, she asks how your day was, she might punch you on the arm once, and, just kind of hang out with her. That kind of sister. She's also a sister to a lot of the material that she writes with. In her poem titled Chicken, If You Are Still Alive When I Come Home, we see her tending a young little chick. But the guardian of this brood is far from docile. In fact, she reminds her sisters, you know how you girls can be. Once you get a taste for your own eggs, you like nothing more. That being said, if you ever visit Emily's house, be careful of the chicken. It probably had a name a few hours ago, and she probably raised it herself. It's like Lenny or something. Lenny might taste good. But it's kind of always nice to have a friend that you can go to and talk about poetry, and that's really what Emily has been to me. So I really appreciate her being around, and I'm really glad I get the chance to introduce her, say a few embarrassing blush words like cock and hoe down, stuff like that. Always good for a roast. But Emily's poems, you don't really have to do that with. They already have their own laughter and the quiet laughter and a certain innocent blush to them and the beats that she grows, and occasionally even some cocks. So for your enjoyment,